Okay, good day everyone. My name is Chin Hui. I'm here to pitch the idea that is singing is for everyone and everyone can sing and should sing. Because I myself love singing. I'm someone who's diagnosed with severe anxiety and singing has helped me get through a lot of dark times in my life. So first slide. Everyone who can talk can sing. It's just like everyone who can walk and run too. I believe as long as you have vocal cords, vocal folds, whatever that means, you have ears and tongue, of course you can sing, right? All these biological parts are within us here for us to produce sounds, talk, and sing. Some people may say, no, I cannot sing. I need coaching. I can't sing like so and so. I'm not born with the ability to sing. Well, first of all, there's a great range of music out there. There must be some genres that fit your voice or the feelings you want to express. There are diverse genres of song, love ballads, soul jazz music at one end, and on the other end, you have hard rock punk music or songs that need you to scream like a banshee. So you can always find a genre or a song that you can sing well. Bear in mind, people, crooning, humming is also singing. Also, I want to dispel this misconception that singing is an inbred, gifted thing. No, everybody can sing, and people can get better at it with training. To get to the level of like I don't know, Lady Gaga, Frank Sinatra, Adele, Whitney, even. Also, singer Ed Sheeran has debunked this inborn talent myth long ago when he showed people publicly a recording of his singing when he was not that good. But still, it is pure natural singing in that recording. So next slide. Next slide here. Speaking of myths, there's another more dreadful myth that which is that all professional singers are great singers, and if we don't sound like them, we're screwed. Pardon my French. Singing at its very core, back in history, for example, the history of black people in America during the segregation era, singing was certainly not about making money. For those black people, back then, they created blues music after getting off work at night, after working in a cotton field or on a plantation. Singing is supposed to be a pleasant pastime, not making tons of money, getting all the fame. Also, we have seen gazillion singing contests on TV and in real life. The original purpose of singing is not to compete and be judged by people only because they're famous or have released albums. So back to the story about blacks in America. Most of them, farm workers, were phenomenal singers and had influenced later generations of music pioneers in Western music like Elvis. So I want to say is most of the singing contests on TV, off TV, are purely for entertainment purpose. They're just a show to again, make money. There's no absolute foolproof yardstick to compare and judge singing. There's no such thing. Singing is an art form. You cannot compare Picasso, Van Gogh, Salvador Dali, or ancient Japanese painters. So back to the topic here. Everyone can sing. The concept of choir proves this point very powerfully. We have choirs everywhere, in schools, in churches. We have choirs that are made up of all small children or all old senior people and every age. The children all have different voice colors, so they're arranged into positions to produce a great harmony of sounds. The children don't need to be exceptional singers or go through contests. They just need to like the song and get rehearsals. Everybody can sing. Last point here, one amazing thing about singing is that you can do it everywhere. Unlike other art forms like dance, you can get stuck in traffic and sing. You can sing in the shower, everywhere. So next slide is, why should we sing? The physical benefits of singing. Singing is a workout. Producing sounds with your lungs, your muscles is a workout. Singing is like an aerobic exercise, and aerobic activity increases the circulation of oxygen in the blood. Even when seated, singing involves dynamic thoracic activity, which happens in our upper body. It exercises our chest and abdomen. It is good for our overall breathing mechanism, even when we're sitting down singing. So for the elderly, the disabled, singing can be a great exercise for them. There's no need to move about. You just sit down and sing, and you get your aerobic capacity and stamina increased. Next point about physical well-being is singing can strengthen our immune system. So there's one study at the University of Frankfurt, Germany. Basically, they studied that a protein that functions as antibodies in the immune system called immunoglobulin A was found to be higher in the participants after a singing rehearsal than before singing. In terms of respiratory and cardiac function. When you sing, the melody of the song determines and aligns your heart rate. Isn't that amazing? Your heart rates can basically become more balanced. They call it cardiorespiratory optimization. So fourth point here, the more your vocal system is used for singing, the more the underlying anatomy or the physiology of your body will get used to motor coordination. Basically, motor here means brain to body signal for our daily activities, movement. Also related to an earlier point about oxygen circulation in our bloodstream, it'll take more oxygen to our brain, which is great. More oxygen in our brain means more mental alertness. We become more alert. It then helps our concentration and memory. Now we're talking about the brain. The next point says the action of singing brings together the functions of different parts of the brain. Different parts of the brain will interact and develop together when you're singing, because singing involves aspects like the rhythm, the lyrics, your emotion, and visual images you create in your mind. So there will be this coming together of all these working parts and functions of the brain. Last point here talks about language. When you sing, you need to read the lyrics, know the lyrics. So the more songs you know, the more vocabulary or ways of expression you can pick up. Next slide is about psychological, emotional benefits of singing, which is linked to social benefits as well. Singing is cathartic. It is an outlet for expressing our feelings and creativity. So through singing, our internal endocrine system is triggered, which has to do with our moods and emotions. So we tend to feel better about ourselves and the environment that we're in. So as a result, singing lowers stress levels. Singing is known to release endorphins, the feel-good brain chemical that makes you feel uplifted and happy and decreases the levels of stress hormone called cortisol. We all know singing our favorite songs is a joyful, uplifting experience, whether we sing good or bad. But again, good or bad is subjective, right? So it generates a lot of happiness and enjoyment in us. So the feeling of enjoyment can distract us, take our mind off the troubles and reduce stress levels. It definitely helps with our sleep because we feel good, our muscles are relaxed, we can sleep well. Singing boosts confidence. Here I'm talking about if we sing well and get praise from other people, then it'll help us overcome some fears in public situation and gain self-esteem. With time and practice, we may eventually find it easier to present a song or any type of material in front of people and give a good presentation, no matter the content. Singing also promotes social empathy because the lyrics that you sing, more often than not, contain messages about various forms of life experiences, so we can get an understanding of how, as humans, we are all interconnected on the emotional level. The feelings and emotions expressed in lyrics are often captivating to us because we can relate to them, right? We all have our own stories, and every song is a story. When we can sing out the lyrics about love, about other emotional states, about struggles, about the process of social conditions, and equality, we subconsciously absorb all this knowledge about having empathy for other people around us, and that'll enlighten us in ways big or small. Last point here is also about how singing is good for society, because the messages, the morals conveyed in the lyrics that we're so eager to sing out are going to influence our perception of the society at large, the world at large. When we sing for people in public, whether we're advanced or not, when we perform or sing a song, those positive memories, it'll remain alive for hours and days, or even infinitely longer afterwards with us. And back to the point I made about choirs. Choirs have the potential to improve well-being in a lot of settings, including hospitals, nursing homes, kindergartens, schools, and workplace events. This is spreading positive energy, or a direct exchange of something spiritual, a two-way transference of positive energy. And so next slide is about inspirational quotes from some legendary singers we can recognize. I want to single out one singer here who is a veteran Broadway performer and Hollywood actress, Kristen Chenoweth. She says, we sing because we can't speak anymore. And that resonates with me just intensely as an anxiety patient. Also, I include here a lovely quote from Ella Fitzgerald, the jazz legend, also dubbed the First Lady of Song in America. And last but not least on the list here, I include Dionne Warwick, one of my favorite vocalists, from my grandmother's era. She was the mentor to the late, great Whitney Houston, and she once said, music is paradise. It's where God lives. And I agree that we can definitely get closer to a kind of divine energy through singing. Last slide here. I want to end with this slogan that singing is a deeply human thing. It's not just for certain people, it's for everybody, every human on earth, including those who don't have the right conditions, physical body conditions to sing. We can sing for them. Thank you.